This story reveals how money, power, and timing really work. And that's why hidden money matters. In the spring of 2016, a string of anonymous emails landed in the inboxes of journalists across Europe and the United States. The subject line was simple: shell game. Inside each message, encrypted links pointed to a trove of documents, contracts, ledgers, and emails, tracing billions of dollars moving quietly across borders through a tangled web of offshore accounts. At the center of this labyrinth was a name both familiar and elusive: a powerful holding company known publicly as a pillar of global finance, but now implicated in a financial mystery that promised to reshape our understanding of how the world's elite safeguard and multiply their fortunes. To the outside world, this company was the definition of respectability. It sponsored global sporting events, donated millions to charitable causes, and featured regularly in lists of the world's most admired businesses. Executives appeared on magazine covers, touting a culture of innovation and transparency. Investors flocked to its stock, analysts praised its steady returns, and regulators pointed to its compliance programs as a model for the industry. For years, the company seemed to float above the turbulence of the markets, immune to scandal, and untouched by the volatility that brought down lesser rivals. It was, by all appearances, the kind of institution that made capitalism work. But beneath the surface, a different story was unfolding. The company's true edge wasn't its products or its people. It was its mastery of the hidden money systems that operate in the shadows of global finance. Through a network of subsidiaries, shell companies, and trusts scattered across tax havens from the Caribbean to the Channel Islands, it quietly routed profits, shielded assets, and structured deals in ways that obscured both ownership and intent. This wasn't just about avoiding taxes. It was about leverage, using secrecy as a tool to outmaneuver competitors, sidestep regulations, and maintain control over empires that spanned continents. The public saw a single entity. The reality was a mosaic, each piece designed to hide, protect, or amplify wealth beyond the reach of ordinary scrutiny. For years, this system worked flawlessly. The company's inner circle understood the rules of the game: keep the flows opaque, move quickly, and always stay one step ahead of regulators and journalists. The company's Achilles heel was its reliance on a handful of trusted intermediaries, lawyers, bankers, and consultants, who managed the paperwork and maintained the illusion of distance between the real owners and their assets. When a disgruntled insider decided to leak the documents, the carefully constructed facade began to crack. Suddenly, the world had a map to the hidden architecture of elite wealth. The turning point came with the publication of the leaked files, which journalists dubbed the Shell Papers. Overnight, the company's reputation transformed. What had once been admired as savvy business acumen now looked like something else entirely: a systematic effort to evade accountability and concentrate power. Regulators launched investigations, investors panicked, and competitors seized the moment to question the company's integrity. In boardrooms and courtrooms, the conversation shifted from growth and innovation to risk and exposure. The company's leadership scrambled to explain, but the narrative had changed. The world was no longer interested in what the company built, but in how it built it and at what cost. Here's where the money came in. Markets, investors, and rivals had always respected the company's returns, but few understood the mechanics behind them. The company had mastered the art of regulatory arbitrage, the practice of exploiting differences in laws and regulations across countries to minimize costs and maximize profits. By routing transactions through low-tax jurisdictions and structuring deals to exploit legal loopholes, the company created a silent engine of value that was invisible to most outsiders. This engine allowed it to reinvest more aggressively, outbid rivals for key assets, and weather economic storms that might have crippled less sophisticated players. But this same system also made the company vulnerable. Once exposed, the very mechanisms that had fueled its rise now threatened its survival. Investors realized that the company's moat wasn't based on innovation alone, but on a fragile foundation of secrecy and legal engineering. Rehook. In the aftermath, the lesson was clear. In the world of elite finance, power isn't just about how much money you make. It's about how well you understand the systems that govern money itself. The true advantage lies not in products or branding, but in the ability to navigate the gray zones where law, regulation, and opportunity intersect. For most people, these hidden money systems are invisible, operating quietly in the background of the global economy. But for those who know how to use them, they are the ultimate source of leverage, a way to bend the rules without breaking them, to protect wealth from prying eyes, and to shape markets from the shadows. Yet, the story also reveals a fundamental weakness. The same complexity that shields wealth can also become a trap. When secrecy becomes the foundation of strategy, trust evaporates the moment the curtain is pulled back. Markets are built on confidence, and in the end, even the most sophisticated financial architecture can collapse if the story changes from opportunity to risk. The case of this company is a reminder that the pursuit of hidden advantage is always a double-edged sword. What enables outsized success can, in a single moment, become the source of downfall. This is the hidden world behind the headlines, a world where money moves faster than oversight, where power is measured not just in dollars, but in the ability to see and use the invisible. To understand elite wealth, you have to look past the brands and the balance sheets and into the systems that make everything possible. Because in the end, the real story of power isn't about what you see, it's about what's kept out of sight. If you want to understand how the game is really played, keep watching.